Here's another truth that is so good and so encouraging to remember. In the midst of all of this change, one thing has remained the same. I love this. Watch this video and see if you can tell what has remained the same. All right, so here's the quiz. What's remained the same? There were some pretty dramatic shifts, weren't there? Some crazy changes. But God never changed. Friends, that is your reality. The world around us can go crazy off the rails. God never changes. God never changes. It's so important for us to understand that. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. This is the Lord speaking. It says, I, the Lord, do not change. Same yesterday, today, and forever. Every memory verse you've ever memorized in your life, the truth of that verse is just as true today as the day you memorized it, and it will be just as true tomorrow, no matter what happens. God's truth is unchanging. His grace is unchanging. His holiness is unchanging. His teaching and guidance to our lives in terms of how we live and handle relationships and finances and sexuality and everything else, it never changes. Never. It's solid. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 8 says, the grass withers and the flowers fall, but the Lord our God or rather the word of our God endures forever. I love it. It encourages me. Culture will change. Opinions and trends will come and go. But God's character and His word will never change. And you know what that establishes for us as Christ followers is this thing called continuity. Continuity is a good thing. Because when somebody keeps changing the rules on you in life, you get disoriented. You get fearful. You lose your confidence. You don't know how to approach the game because who knows what the rules are going to be tomorrow. Friends, when you follow Christ, every single thing you learn from His Word about who He is and what life is about and who He's calling you to be is that way forever. So I can wake up tomorrow and know that my God is the same today as He's ever been. And what pleased Him yesterday pleases Him today. And who He's calling me to be is exactly the same. I might stumble, I might struggle, I might have a good day, I might have a bad day, but His grace is always the same. His standards are always the same. Repentance still works. Grace still works. I can turn to Him afresh. His mercies are still fresh every morning. Every morning. I've probably said this before, but every time I quote that verse, I think about this beautiful reality that God made the world in a circle, which means it's morning somewhere always. Isn't that awesome? God's mercies are continually refreshed. Love it. Love it. In the midst of all of this change, one thing has remained exactly the same, and that is God.